Welcome everyone to Paul Ricard for round 4 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. We are getting ready to go for race number 1, and as you can see, beautiful temperatures here in France, temperatures of just over 30 degrees, which should give us track temperatures of over 40 degrees. The cars are currently making their way out onto the circuit to come round to the grid. Then we will be getting ready to go for a 30-minute race, plus the additional lap at the end. The grid has been set from qualifying, which took place a little bit earlier this morning. There you can see the track temperature, 45 degrees. This is going to be the biggest test we have had on these new Pirelli tyres that we brought in for this season. A softer compound that have been designed to produce quicker lap times, but also give the drivers more of a test when it comes to tyre degradation. Well, my name's Chris McCarthy. It's an absolute privilege to call you through the action as ever. Welcome. If you are joining us for the first time, it's great to have your company, and welcome back if you are a regular visitor to the series. It is great to be back on a personal note. So just a quick update coming through to me. I'm here trackside. The race is running a little late, so we will be back in just a couple of minutes' time. So do not go anywhere. We will be back in a couple of minutes to build up to race number 1 here at Paul Ricard. For round number 4 of the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. We are gearing up, ready to go for race number 1 of the weekend, the first of 2 races coming to you live. My name's Chris McCarthy. It's a pleasure to be calling you through the action this weekend. It's great to be back. If you're joining us for the first time, a warm welcome to the championship. You've picked a very good round to join us on. As you can see, very hot temperatures, and that's expected throughout the whole weekend. 30 degrees air temperature, 45 degrees track temperature, and we're at a circuit where last year Hadrian David went from the pit lane to 10th place in a grid of over 30 cars, and that was without the aid of the push-to-pass system, which has been brought in for this season. So all the drivers really excited and expecting a lot of overtaking to happen. It's going to be a fantastic round. If you're back joining us, then I think personally this is going to be our best round of the season so far when it comes to overtaking. We're going to see some great racing, but we're also going to see the drivers really tested when it comes to tyre management as well. I was speaking to one of the team at Pirelli yesterday. They said they were very happy with the tyres, but said this is certainly going to be the biggest test for them. And one of the drivers said to me 3 to 4 laps and they start to go off. There is our pole sitter yet again, his 3rd pole position of the season, his 4th throughout his FRECA career. Dino Beganovic, who was on 129 points, the only driver over 100 points. His worst result this season is 2nd. He's had a 1st and 2nd at every single round so far this season. One man looking to stop him this weekend, a man who made a very, very costly error at Monaco. Paul Ricard ran wide through the casino, clipped the barriers, unfortunately. That caused damage to the suspension, and as he came down the hill to Mirabeau, he went into the barriers as the suspension then collapsed on him. That meant he did not qualify for one of the races and started dead last in the other. Gabriel Bortoleto, his best ever qualifying. He's going to start this one from the front row. It beats his previous best qualifying result, which was 3rd at the Red Bull Ring last year, where he went on to finish on the podium. So Gabriel Bortoleto starting on the front row of the grid. Great to see the Brazilian up there, the only driver to finish every single race he has competed in the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. The only driver to do it all of last season and indeed this season as well. Sadly, a couple of drivers we won't see competing this weekend. Delano Van Hoff, he has had a surgery to his collarbone after Monaco. And sadly, he has not been able to recover in time. He will not be racing here this weekend. It is a very quick turnaround. And no Lena Bula as well. Similar issues to, I believe, what saw her miss the 2nd round at Imola. Lorenzo Fluxer, back to where we're used to seeing him. He's going to start on row number 2. That's because we had a penalty for Kaz Havercourt. His best lap time was deleted for running wide through turn 11. So Kaz Havercourt has been put down to row number 5. Lorenzo Fluxer will start from the 2nd row of the grid. He hasn't been in the points since he got that podium in the very first race of the season. Can he get back there now? One man who will be looking to finish on the top step is Gabriele Mini. This is a track that ART go well at. They won here last year with Gregor Sorsi. They took both pole positions as well. Gabriele Mini was quickest here in pre-season testing by 3.5 tenths of a second. He's going to start from row 3 on the grid. Starting alongside him will be his teammate Mari Boyer, who set the fastest lap in both races at Monaco. Now, one thing I'm just trying to look at is to see if we have Matteo Capietto on the grid. If you were with us for qualifying this morning, you'll remember that he had an issue. I'll come back to that in just a second. Let's talk Michael Belov first. He starts from 7th, made his debut at Monaco last weekend and took some good points home with a 5th and a 6th place finish. Did very well here last year as well. This is where he made his FRECA debut, finishing 2nd in both races. He wasn't scoring points that weekend though, but this is a track Michael Belov goes very, very well at. So one to watch from 7th place. And he said to me, tyre management is key. And he was very good at that at Mugello last season, you may remember. Hadrian David is going to start from P8, knows how to overtake round here, knows how to win round here as well. Won in race 1 here last year, and then drove from the back to finish 10th. Right, That's the number 6 we see at the back, which is Pietro Armani. So sadly, there is no Matteo Capietto in the number 5. Unless he's in the pit lane. I'm looking out the pit lane. I don't see a car down in pit lane. But Matteo Capietto, if you were with us in qualifying, you'll remember he stopped coming round turn 6. Now, the team initially thought it was RPM counter that was the issue. It wasn't. Then they thought it was the engine loom that was the issue. It wasn't. It was the main electric cable in the car had basically broken completely. So when Matteo was coming round turn 6, it just died and switched the engine off completely. A really unusual issue that took a long time for them to get to the bottom of. And with scrutineering after the race as well, they weren't able to get to work straight away. So Matteo Capietto, really disappointed to not see him out there. But the Monolight team did a really good job to try and get him back out there. They were working absolutely tirelessly on that car to eventually get to the bottom of the issue. We saw the number 27 of Kaz Havercourt. He's going to start down in 10th place due to the fact that he ran wide through turn 11. He did say that I didn't gain time through there, but he did run wide through there, all 4 wheels over the white line on his quickest lap. So there could be no argument there. And Kaz Havercourt had that lap time deleted for track limits, meaning he will start down in 10th place. We've also had a penalty as well for Keith Donegan. He's going to start down at the very back of the grid in 34th place now, as we will have 34 cars out there. There he is, Matteo Capietto. Well, he's in the pit lane, so we might get a pit lane start for Matteo Capietto, and that is fantastic work from the Monolight team. That car was stripped all the way down, and it, as I said, it took them a long time. 3 different issues they thought it was. Eventually, they got to the bottom of it, and after fantastic work from the whole of the Monolight team, they are going to have that car out on the track, and a well done to them to see them out. You've got to remember, that team has gone from having just 1 car last season with Pietro Deligoanti to now 3, so they've extended the amount of work they've had to do this year. They're doing a great job so far, particularly with Matteo. He's had a great season so far, and great to see that Matteo Capietto, who is 15th in the championship, has 3 points on the board, will start this race. This will be a good chance for him just to make sure that car's working before we go qualifying and racing tomorrow. Grid is on your screen, as you can see. Mini and Boyer will be row 3. Belov and David will be row number 4. Row number 5 of the grid, Tim Tramnitz and Kaz Havercourt. Tim Tramnitz getting inside the top 10. Row number 6 will be Pietro Deligoanti. Best qualifying of the season for him. Best qualifying for Josh Dufek. Then we have the 2 rookies, Sebastian Montoya and Lawrence Van Hopen. Row number 7. Then Owen Tangavelu will be on row number 8 with Mateus Zagazeta alongside 16th place, the driver from Peru. Esteban Masson will be 17th. Joshua Dirksen will be in 18th place, the 8th of the rookies. Sami Megatunif and Roman Belinsky will round out the top 20. Then Dudu Barrichello will be in 21st place. Noel Leon in 22nd place, the 2 Arden teammates. Santiago Ramos will be 23rd from Victor Bernier in 24th place, home race for him. Leonardo Fornaroli and Nicholas Baptiste will be row 13. They keep coming. Row 14 will be Piotr Wisnicki. Good to see him back at Monaco. Axel Noss will be alongside him, starting 28th. Then Levente Rivets, who was 2nd quickest in the first test here on Friday, has Hamda Al-Kabasi alongside then Francesco Braschi and Han Chen Yu. McQueen will be 32nd on the grid. Then Pietro Armani and Keith Donegan. Penalty for him as he's changed the engine more than twice now this season. And Matteo Capietto will start at the back of the grid. Now, he might have to do a pit lane start here. It's likely he will come through. Confirmation that he has left the pit lane, but it's likely we'll see him come into the pits and take a pit lane start. But nevertheless, his focus will now be on tomorrow. And don't forget, his countryman, Hadrian David, went from the pit lane, I'll say it again, to 10th place. It was actually 9th. He got a penalty on his move from Thomas Ten Brink, which he made on the last lap. Well, this is round number 4. This is race number 1. 30 minutes plus 1 lap. Points go to the top 10 finishers. We had some fantastic racing at Monaco last weekend. Not a long time to recover from that. And straight away, we're going to go racing. There we can see Matteo Capietto. Now, is he going to come into the pits? Yes, so he will take a pit lane start for this one. He'll be hoping for a safety car. Now, to remind you, if you're new to the championship, the drivers have a push-to-pass system, which gives them an extra 20 horsepower. After the first lap is completed and they cross the start-finish line, they can use that 5 times and for up to 15 seconds. Also, the new tyre compound, they are softer. Tyre degradation could come into play after the first few laps. So we will keep an eye on that here at Paul Ricard. Temperatures absolutely soaring. There is the grid on your screen to the right of picture as we looked down the grid. Dino Beganovic in the red and white Prema car. Alongside him, Gabriel Bortoleto, the first time he started on the front row. We are getting ready to go racing here at Paul Ricard, and we are go as Gabriel Bortoleto there makes a great start, and he's alongside Beganovic as they make their way down towards turn number 1 for the first time. Is Bortoleto going to try and go around the outside? Let's see as they make their way through the first couple of corners. Let's hope we all get through safely, and we are. Everyone through nice and safely then. It's Beganovic leading from Bortoleto as they now make their way down towards turn number 3, where side by side the red and white Prema of Aaron fighting off Fluxa there, who has to dive off the circuit, and he's going to have to give that place back, and Lorenzo Fluxa sensibly gives that place back, but now he's going to lose a position. There you can see the long lap penalty almost put in there, where the drivers, if they go wide, have to go through there. So Lorenzo Fluxa didn't do that. Oh no, crash. Is that Kaz Havercourt? That's one of the Van Amersfoort drivers off, and contact with one of the G4 drivers, I think that might have been, but sadly we have a driver off. I fear it might have been Kaz Havercourt, but we'll confirm when we know for sure. As running wide there in 4th place, that looks like Gabriele Mini. That might have been, it was in the 46, the black and white ART. We could see a safety car early doors here. Leading the way in the red and white Prema there is Dino Beganovic from Bortoleto in 2nd. Remember, they can't use push to pass until they cross the line at the end of this lap, but the top 3 are escaping. We're side by side to the right of picture. Flukes are trying to go around the outside. Safety car has gone out. Well, the safety car out on the opening lap, and that due to that incident that we saw. Now we'll have to pick up. Kaz Havercourt is there, so it wasn't him. So apologies to supporters of him. We believe it's Josh Dufek, his teammate, who has gone off. Josh Dufek, who started in 12th. And looking at the timing screens, he hasn't come through the first sector. So Josh Dufek is the stranded car. And unfortunately, Josh Dufek is going to go no further in this race. Well, that's a real shame for him, because that's his best ever qualifying, finishing up in 12th place, and he had a great chance of some points as the safety car waited a bit longer there than some expected to get the field to catch up, as the cars now line up behind the safety car whilst the incident is cleared up. Here's a look back at the start then. One of the Arden cars away slowly there, unfortunately, right in the middle of the pack. That might have been Dudu Barrichello that was away slowly, and it was because he's dropped down to 32nd place. So a bad start for Dudu Barrichello, which sees him down in 32nd now. Up at the head of the screen, you can see Gabriel Bortoleto to the left of picture, tries to get round the outside, can't quite do it. Lorenzo Fluxa gives the position back. Now, we're looking for the orange and black coloured car of Dufek. He'll be the 2nd one in queue. Here we go, look to the left of screen, there we go. And there'd been contact made already. And let's get a look. We can see Josh Dufek, unfortunately, off. Well, just trying to see if anyone has dropped down the order that had started up. I can't see anyone else dropping down. No one has come into the pits for damage either, from what I can see. So whoever made contact with him has clearly carried on okay. There's Paul Aron great start for the top three. They'll be a little bit disappointed to see that safety car come out. One man that will be happy to see it come out is Gabriele Mini in 4th place, because the top three had escaped already on that opening lap after the battling going on for 4th place. And Gabriele Mini will now close back up to the top three. But straight away on that first lap, we saw that the racing's going to be pretty close. It was close between those top three, and that was without push to pass, as I think we'll probably have one more lap behind the safety car, and that should do it. I think after that we will see the safety car come in, and we will get ready to go racing once more here at Paul Ricard. Well, Dino Beganovic looking to get the form back we saw from Prema back in the Formula Regional European Championship days back in 2019 and 2020. They were the unbeatable force here, winning all 6 races across the 2 years. Last year the wins were shared between R-Race GP and ART. Adrian David and Grigor Sorsi winning the races there. Adrian David in 8th place will be hoping to get himself up the order. So far he is the highest of the French running drivers. He made it 5 home race winners across the years when he won last year. But if Dino can win, he'll follow in the footsteps of the likes of Arthur Leclerc, Gianluca Petikov, Frederic Vesti, and Enzo Fittipaldi as well. But just carrying such huge confidence is Dino. We actually did an interview with him and Bortoletto together. Good sportsmanship between the pair of them. They seem to get on well off the circuit and have a great respect for each other as racing drivers. They didn't want to give away their secrets though. I did ask Gabriel what he was going to do with push to pass, but he didn't want to give everything away. The main question is, speaking to Matheus Sagazeta actually, who was really, really excited for this one. He said the battle between the rookies is going to be hugely intense. Now, you can tell who the rookies are, as they are the red backgrounds to the numbers. If you look to the left of screen, that timing tower, the red backgrounds denote the rookies. And you can see 12 down to 24 are all rookies. The lead rookie will go on the podium. Currently, the lead rookie is Tim Tramnitz in 10th place. He took the rookie win back in this second race at Imola when he took 7th place after qualifying on the front row of the grid. And that's helped him run up in 13th in the championship. But one thing is, whether you use push to pass going down to the chicane in the back straight, whether you use it coming out of the chicane and up to turn 10, which we're looking at now, or whether you use it, as Matheus said to me, down the start-finish straight. And he said, if you use it down the start-finish straight, the cars can top out. And one trick to help that is lifting off the throttle slightly, something you learn in karting, just to stop the engine topping out. Okay, let's get ready to go racing once more. 22 minutes on the clock. Dino Beganovic getting ready to lead us round here as we get ready to go racing once more, and Beganovic leading us into the final couple of corners, and that looks like a good restart. Every time he's done restarts, they've been pretty spot on. Mini, sadly, has been caught napping in 4th place, and he has been left behind as the top 3 escape away, and Beganovic is clear, and now they can use push to pass as we cross the start-finish line. So keep an eye on Paul Laron in 3rd place. We might see him using it as we hit the back straight, because Gabriel Bortoletto there in the 85, the Brazilian, is vulnerable now as we make our way down towards turn number 3. 4th place is Mini, then it's Fluxa, Belov, Boya, David, Havercourt and Tramnitz rounding out the top 10. Lock up there from Fluxa as we make our way into 3. He's got to be careful of the bright orange coloured car of Belov behind him, who is currently running down in 6th place. There you can see the queue of cars, the 92 in the white and black. Owen Tangavelu going along really well in this race. There's the driver from Paraguay, Joshua Dirksen in the 10. going side by side with one of the FA Racing drivers of Esteban Masson. What's happening between our leaders is Paul Aron going on the attack. Well, Dirksen is certainly going on the attack of Masson. That could be a change for 14th place. And there goes David in the bright blue coloured car. David down the inside, on push to pass there, goes past Mary Boyer, and Hadrian David is up into 6th place. In the green and orange, that is the RPM car of Pietro Deligoanti as they fire their way now up towards turn number 10. Mary Boyer, is he going to fight back? Not quite. Stays in behind Hadrian David. I wonder if he'll want to work together here with David. Don't forget tyre degradation as well. That safety car would have helped that. This is only lap number 4 of the race. 4 full racing laps, and that's when we potentially could start to see the tyres start to wear. Round to the final couple of corners we go. Dino Begnovic still leading the way by just under 1 second. Paul Aron still there in 3rd place behind Gabriel Bortoletto in 2nd place. There goes Tangavelu through the shop. There's Zagazeta in the white and black 8th car for G4 Racing. Oh no, there's a front wing gone. That's one of the FA Racing cars. Unfortunately, that looked like Esteban Masson to me, who was fighting away with Joshua Dirksen. And I think Esteban Masson is in the pit lane. He is. So Esteban Masson has come into the pits. There down the inside, that looks like Deligoanti in the orange and green there, getting down the inside of Tim Tramnitz. I think that might be. As a little bit further back, there's Fornaroli going down the inside of Santiago Ramos. So a change down for 22nd place. Fornaroli running a lot lower than what we would expect. He is a rookie, but he's currently 11th in the championship and has a worst result so far this season of 15th place. So this would be his worst result down in 2030. He's finished every race and done so cleanly as well, inside the top 15. There's the Red Bull Junior, Noel Leon, makes his way down Mistral Straights, trying to go after the MP Motorsport car ahead of him of Sami Megatunif. Home race for him. I spoke to Noel Leon, scored his first points at Monaco in front of the Red Bull team. And I spoke to him, I said, did you get to spend some time with Checo as well? Of course, it was a brilliant weekend for Checo Perez. Noel Leon, Mexican driver. And he said he did get to spend time with Checo Perez, really enjoyed it as well. And he said Monaco was just an absolutely fantastic experience to be with the Red Bull team and with Checo and Max Verstappen as well. He still smiling about it now when you speak to him, so I think that's a weekend he will remember for a long time. Hopefully more to come for his sake as they make their way through the final couple of corners now. We pick up Gabriel Bortoletto in the white and black RSGP, running in 3rd place there. Gabriel Bortoletto, who has been on the podium twice, once last year and was on the podium at Imola, not in person. That was after the penalty for Kaz Havercourt. Gabriel Bortoletto picked up 3rd place. Running in 3rd, Mr. Consistent. Apart from the top 2 in the championship, he's the only one to finish every race in the top 10. But no one can appear to beat the man leading the race, Dino Begnovic. What about Paul Aron? Starting to break away, isn't he? Paul Aron has just did a fastest lap of the race last time, actually, 2 minutes 2:27. So he was 7/10 quicker than Dino Begnovic last time. I wonder if Paul Aron was using push to pass to escape from Gabriel Bortoletto. Paul Aron in 2nd place now. Change of position that was. And he's starting to get a move on now, isn't he? So a change of position for 2nd place. Apologies if I didn't call it live, but Paul Aron up into 2nd and immediately on the attack, isn't he? Here's Tim Tramnitz, our lead rookie, up in P10. Last of the point scorers so far. Doing a great job for the new team Trident, new to the grid this year, reigning teams champions in FIA Formula 3. Tim Tramnitz currently has their best result this season with that 7th place he took at Imola in race number 2. As we approach half race distance now, there you can see the rookie classification. That's nice to see. So Tramnitz, Montoya, Tangavelu, Dirksen, Megatunif, our top 5 rookies. That's good to see. You can see their progress as well. Noel Leon up 6 places in terms of the rookie standings. I heard a lock up there from someone. Didn't quite see who that was, as Sebastian Montoya, second in class. There he is, second in the rookie class so far. Just trying to close down Tim Tramnitz. He's 8 seconds back from Tim Tramnitz in terms of the rookies. He's 12th overall as well. 12th overall, Tim Tramnitz 10th. Here's Pietro Deli Gawanti we look at a little bit further back. This is Keith Donegan in the orange and green coloured car to the left of screen there. Whoa, and that's Nicolas Baptiste, I think that is, who's just had a piece of front wing go flying off his car. The rookie, Nicolas Baptiste. Well, that's going to be more work for the FA Racing team. Esteban Masson has been in and out of the pit lane already for a front wing change, and Nicolas Baptiste is shortly going to be following him into the pit lane. So not a good race for them. They're going to have to get that cleared. Now, Jota Wisnicki is up to 24th. That was a change on the last lap. Dudu Barrichello's up to 26th. Levente Rivets has passed Nicolas Baptiste as well. We go back to our 2 leaders. The gap is starting to close down here. Paul Aron is hunting down Dino Beganovic now, and the chase has almost been complete. 1 win on the board for Paul Aron this season, which happened back at Monza, and he beat Dino Beganovic to the flag on that occasion. Are we going to see Paul Aron get back there? He dives down the inside at turn 11. The 2 Prema teammates side by side. Paul Aron making his way up to turn 12 now. He's going to be on the outside. The Estonian there trying to get the switch back as they come through and up to turn number 14. But so far, Beganovic doing a good job to hold him off. Aron to the outside now through 14. In towards turn number 15, and Aron's gone for it down the inside into the final corner, and Aron is through and into the race lead. What a fantastic move there from Paul Aron. Dino Beganovic almost saw it coming, but he just didn't think Paul Aron was going to go for it. And Paul Aron has done it, as Dino Beganovic likely on the push to pass now, trying to get back through as he comes into turn 1, and with push to pass, Beganovic is back through. Well, here we go, the fight for the lead well and truly on, and that's invited Gabriel Bortoletto to come and join the party as well. Gabriele Mini also coming to join them. 4 potentially for the lead, they're queuing up behind that as well. Lorenzo Flutzer is there in 5th. Michael Belov, who could be taking a patient approach to this race, he's there in 6th place in the orange MP Motorsport car. They come round turn number 6, through 7, onto the back straight we go. And Paul Aron looks the one to be vulnerable now. Are we going to see Bortoletto on push to pass? Remember, they only get it 5 times, so they've got to be careful when they use it. Paul Aron's on push to pass as he comes now down the back straight. Gabriel Bortoletto is as well. Aron now dives to the outside into the chicane. Can't quite get through. Beganovic defended very, very well there to hold him off. So it's as you were then as we come up towards turn number 10. Are we going to see anyone on push to pass now? Potentially in the background, Gabriele Mini might be thinking about doing the same. Paul Aron makes his way through turn number 10 behind Beganovic, and Gabriele Mini is now the one to watch. Watch him in 4th place. I think he's going to be the one to make the next move in this lead battle. Gabriele Mini taking a wide line there through turn number 11 as they come up towards turn number 12. He's caught this lead group, and I don't think he'll be in the mood to wait around. Lorenzo Flutzer there in 5th place as well. Michael Belov catching in 6th place. Then Hadrian David in 7th. He is about 3 seconds back from the lead overall, but that could be coming down. Well, good driving from Dino Beganovic on that lap, you have to say. Did well to use push to pass to get that lead back from Paul Aron, but we still have over 10 minutes plus a lap to go. Across the line now, that is completed 8 laps in this race. In towards turn number 1. Beganovic from Aron, from Bortoletto. There's Mini in the middle of your picture. Flutzer in 5th, Belov in 6th. David, the gap is now 3.3 seconds to the lead. He's just over a second back from this group. There you can see him in the background. You might have just been able to catch Hadrian David in the all blue. Then it is Mary Boyer in 8th. Kaz Havercourt is 9th, and then Tim Tramnitz 10th. 6 seconds split the top 10 combined. Down the back straight we go. Paul Ricard just taking a little bit of a breather here maybe with the tyres to get ready then to go on the attack once more. Dino Beganovic weaving slightly there down the straight just to try and break the toe. Last time round, the quickest of the lead group was actually Michael Belov. Michael Belov was the quickest of the lead group. Mari Boyer did a personal best of the top 8. He was the quickest, but that man in the orange coloured car to the right of screen is the quickest of these 6 on the last lap. So watch out for him now as we fire in towards turn number 10. The number 30, who finished second in both races here last year, remember, is coming for the leaders. But Gabriele Mini, we said it before, he could be the next one on the attack, and he is. He tries to get down the inside there of Bortoleto. He looks to the left of screen now, tries to sell the dummy into 12. Bortoleto wise to it. So Fluxa closes in. If Fluxa doesn't make a move there in 5th place, then he is going to be the one under the attack from Michael Belov. The Prema teammates starting to escape again out front. Beganovic starting to build a lead as they come out of the final corner and down the start-finish straight. We've had a change for 13th place, by the way. Joshua Dirksen making good progress in this race. He started in 18th. He's now up to 13th, third of the rookies. So Joshua Dirksen going along really, really well. He's just over a second back from Sebastian Montoya. Okay, there is Gabriele Mini. 4th place so far. Tim Tramnitz has just gone purple, by the way. He's at the quickest 2nd sector on that last lap as he tries to close in on Cas Havicor. Lap times last time around, Paul Ricard was quickest of the leaders. Here's Michael Belov. Wasn't quite able to match the pace of the guys ahead, so it seems that when they're not fighting, maybe Michael Belov hasn't quite got the pace to catch and get past him. In fact, look at the all-blue car behind. Hadrian David, we couldn't see him a while ago. Now we certainly can. Hadrian David is coming after Michael Belov. We could see a battle for 6th place developing here. But last time around, it was actually Dino Beganovic who was quickest. Did a 2-minute .492 last time compared to the .7. So he was 0.3 quicker than Paul Ricard last time. Up they go. The only one in the 2 minutes, other than the top 2, is Hadrian David in the all-blue coloured car there. There he is. We pick him up now as we come in towards turn number 11. So has Hadrian David got the time? He's got 8.5 minutes. He's got about 4 or 5 laps here. We add a lap on when that clock hits 0. So 4 or 5 laps to try and make his way through. He'll want to be on the podium here and nothing less. He doesn't wait around. He's known for being very good at overtaking. Last year he did more overtaking than a lot of drivers combined actually throughout the season. Did really, really well on a few races. Anytime he found himself in trouble, he would always do well to recover. Down the start-finish straight, 10 laps now in the books as they come across the line once more. And another personal best lap last time around for Dino Beganovic. Paul Ricard just a tenth slower than him. Here's Gabriele Mini in 4th place. 6/10 back now from Gabriel Bortoleto ahead of him. There's Lorenzo Fluxa. He'll take a 5th place finish, but he's got to be careful. Had a lock up there going into turn number 3. That's going to invite pressure from Belov. Fluxa, the Spaniard, has lost the toe, I think it's fair to say now, to the top 4. So fight for 5th could be on here as we hit the back straight. Michael Belov, is he close enough to make a move? He's certainly close enough if he uses push to pass. Michael Belov could be on that yellow button on the steering wheel, and I think he is. It looked like Michael Belov was potentially about to go for a move here. Watch them come through screen. Wait for it. There we go, and Belov is into 5th place. So Michael Belov has made the move with the aid of push to pass. Michael Belov is through and into 5th place. Well, Lorenzo Fluxa, that one lockup going in towards turn number 3 has cost him 5th place, and it could cost him another position as well as they come up towards turn number 10. Hadrian David is the next one on the list to try and get past. Fluxa, though, will be keen to try and get that place back at the same time, won't he? They're breaking off into groups of 2 at the front. What about Paul Ricard? has just done the quickest first sector we have seen in this race so far. 32.6, that was 0.2 quicker than Dino Beganovic. He was personal best through the second sector as well. That's the Swedish driver, 18 there, the Ferrari driver academy member of Dino Beganovic, leading the Mercedes junior driver, Paul Ricard. So it's Ferrari versus Mercedes out front. We've got an Alpine there in 7th place as well. Down towards turn number 1 we go. Fight for third is on. Gabriel Bortoleto has lost the toe to the top 2, so he could be vulnerable as well. Plenty of places to look. You don't know where to look in this race, do you? Cracking race so far this, and we're setting up for a great finale. Well, there you can see 4.5 tenths the gap came down by last time. Right, if Paul Ricard has pushed a pass and he uses it on this lap, we could see a change of lead. Michael Belov just demonstrated that this gap here would be enough. They get 5 push to pass throughout the race. I can't tell you how many they have left. I can't tell you when they're using it. It's just through looking at the screen, you can roughly tell when that extra 20 horsepower kicks in, and Paul Ricard is on it now as we come down the back straight in towards the chicane. Paul Ricard looks to the outside, he's later on the brakes, and Paul Ricard takes the lead of the race away from his teammate. Paul Ricard on there, great stuff there. Saved up that push to pass, and we said it, that gap of about 3 car lengths coming through turn number 6 is enough. But Dino, could he be on that push to pass now coming down towards turn number 10? The 2 Prema teammates going head to head at the head of the field. There are absolutely no team orders at this level. All they will say is race cleanly and race fairly. And Dino Beganovic, oh dear, has he made contact there with Paul Ricard, tried to go for a gap that just didn't exist. And Dino Beganovic slides wide out of turn 11, and that unfortunately is now going to see him under pressure. Is he carrying damage? Was there contact? I'm not quite sure. Paul Ricard continues okay. Dino Beganovic now has to be careful of Gabriel Bortoleto behind him. Through the final corner we go, down the start-finish straight. Gabriel Bortoleto just queuing up behind him now, could be getting ready for a attack going down the back straight. We'll have a look at what happened there in just a second. Right, let's see what happened. So Dino Beganovic sells the dummy to the outside. Now he's looking to the inside, and I don't think there was contact really. I think if there was, it was wheel to wheel, because we saw Paul Ricard slide through the corner. So I think there was wheel to wheel contact, and I don't think that will be anything they'll investigate. Right, if Gabriel Bortoleto has a push to pass, then he should be using it, surely. This was the gap we saw last time around between Dino and Paul Ricard. Paul Ricard now leads the race. Are we going to see Gabriel Bortoleto do the same thing? If he has saved enough up, this is the most they have had to use push to pass. With the safety cars we had at Monza and at Imola, they haven't had this many chances to use it. So tactically, this is a fascinating race so far. Didn't seem like any of them were on it that time around. Now, I know a lot of you will be watching thinking, why don't they have DRS? Well, it's a very expensive system, and we have got to, of course, we don't want to create something that is going to be the exact same cost as FIA Formula 3. So, and I think push to pass, something that there's a new system being brought in for the Indy Lights Championship as well going forwards. Is something that isn't really used. The only feeder series championship I know that used it was Formula Parma Audi years ago, and they used to get 8 push to pass in that. Other than that, I think they might have used it in Indy Lights and Super Formula Lights, but that's about it. So Formula Regional doing a great job to bring it in, and I really wouldn't be surprised if other championships follow suit now, because the feedback from the drivers has been great. They all say when you hit that button, you really do feel the extra power, and the fact that you don't know when the other driver is using it, I think makes it more fascinating as well, because if you have a light that flashes, then you're just looking for the light and you just respond. In this one, you really have to keep an eye in your mirrors, and tactically it makes things really fascinating to watch. Okay, this battle for the lead is not over, by the way. Dino Beganovic, whilst I've been rambling on about push to pass, has just put in a fantastic lap on that last one. He's gone 4 tenths quicker than Paul Ricard. So Dino Beganovic has brought the gap down to 0.6 of a second. There's still a battle for the lead on here as we come out of turn 7 and down the back straight. Paul Ricard now is going to have to keep an eye on his mirrors because the Ferrari Driver Academy member is coming for him. And don't forget about Gabriele Bortoleto there in 3rd, Gabriele Mini there in 4th, Michael Belov there in 5th as well, who's just done a personal best through the 1st sector. Michael Belov right on the tail of Gabriele Mini. Watching the right of screen there, you see the orange-coloured car there of Belov right with him. And it looks like Hadrian David was lining up a move on Lorenzo Fluxa. There they are at the top of screen. You can see the blue-coloured car of Hadrian David right on the back of Lorenzo Fluxa. He's going to look to the outside here at turn 10. Hadrian David trying to go all the way around the outside. He pulled this move off last year on more than one occasion. He's going to try and go for it again this year. He sells the dummy into 11 down the inside and he's through. Hadrian David past Lorenzo Fluxa. Here's Gabriele Mini trying to go around the outside there of Gabriele Bortoleto, but that was a fantastic move. That was what Dino Beganovic was trying to do. And Hadrian David has executed it perfectly to go up into 6th place, apologies, as we're side by side now for the last step on the podium. Michael Belov right with these three. We're going to come across the line and we will get this lap and one more, it seems, as they cross the line to complete. In fact, this will be the last lap. They didn't cross the line in time, so this, I believe, will now be the last lap of the race as Gabriele Bortoleto right to the inside of the track. Gabriele Mini looks to the outside. He's going to be side by side with a Brazilian as they come out of turn 1 now, and that has opened the door for Michael Belov to go past Gabriele Mini. So a change for 4th place there, and Michael Belov goes through into 4th. I believe this is the last lap of the race because when they crossed the line, the clock had struck 0. It was very, very close though as they come through turn number 6 and turn number 7. What's going on between our leaders? Aaron is still leading. Okay, we're going to get one more at the end of this. So they did just sneak across. It was very close as Belov right in the orange there, trying to go after Gabriele Bortoleto on the push to pass. Michael Belov looks to the outside. Gabriele Bortoleto, it's going to be a battle on the brakes, and the Russian wins as Michael Belov is through and into 3rd place. What a lap this has been from Michael Belov, up 2 places on this lap to go into 3rd. Great stuff there from Belov as he makes his way now up towards turn number 10, but Bortoleto on his push to pass fights back, uses all the track and a little more, and Gabriele Bortoleto now side by side there with Michael Belov as they come through turn 11 and in towards turn number 12. We've had another change of 3rd. Well, I'm very glad we're going to get one more lap of this. The gap between the 2 leaders is under a second now. It is 0.7 of a second. Gabriele Mini there in 5th place. Have they got any push to pass left? If they have, then they could be on the attack on this final lap. This is going to be a great last lap. Hadrian David is closing in rapidly on these 3 as well. You'll see the bright blue coloured car in the back of shot as they come out of the final corner. There he is, you can see, really closing in fast now as we go on to what will be the final lap of the race. The gap between the 2 leaders was 0.9 of a second. I don't know if Dino Beganovic is close enough, but I tell you what, Michael Belov is close enough there in that orange MP Motorsport car as we come out of turn 2, down towards turn number 3 for the final time. Gabriele Bortoleto on the podium once this season at Imola. Didn't get to stand on it though. We'll want to do that here at Paul Ricard, but Michael Belov will want to be there as well. It's going to be a battle on the brakes, isn't it? Down towards turn number 8. This is going to be a fascinating run down the back straight. Do any of them have a push to pass left? The battle for the lead has been wrapped up now, surely. It's all about the battle for 3rd, and Gabriele Bortoleto, you can see, looking in his mirrors there as he weaves to try and break the toe. Michael Belov is closing in. The door's been left open, and Michael Belov goes through. Well, Gabriele Bortoleto has just let him go through. So are we going to see Gabriele Bortoleto now use his push to pass here to get back through, just like he did on the last lap? Let's find out, because Gabriele Bortoleto left the door open as he now is on his push to pass, trying to get back through. Up towards turn number 10 they come, and Gabriele Bortoleto, the run isn't quite able to do it, so Belov must have had one left as well. Down towards turn number 11 we go. Mini is closing in. Bortoleto is going to send it surely, because he's going to be absolutely furious with himself that he's just let Michael Belov go through and into third place as he comes up towards turn number 12, and he isn't able to find a line down the inside. But out front, Paul Aron, he had to fight very, very hard to do it. But Paul Aron, for the second time this season, is going to come across the line as a race winner after that mistake at Monaco cost him from scoring any points. He starts the weekend here with maximum points. The Estonian wins at Paul Ricard to put Prema back on the top step in France. Second place, Dino Beganovic, to continue his run of top 2 finishes. Michael Belov finishes in third place. A fantastic result from Michael Belov to get his second podium of the season. Gabriel Bortoleto finishes in fourth to continue his clean run of finishes. Gabriele Mini finishes in 5th place. Hadrian David in 6th place. Mari Boyer in 7th. Lorenzo Fluxer in the end dropped down to 8th place. Kaz Havercourt finished in 9th. Tim Tramnitz was your lead rookie and the last of the point scorers in 10th. Well, that was definitely and by far the best race I think we have had in this championship. What a race. That is why they brought in the push-to-pass system. Fascinating tactics battle there on the final lap, which didn't quite work in the favour of Gabriel Bortoleto. Good sportsmanship shown as well between the Prema drivers there. I'm hearing it was very close between the rookies as well, and there was only 4/10 between Sebastian Montoya and Tim Tramnitz. It has to be said, that's a great performance from Sebastian Montoya. Well, let's get confirmation of the results then. Paul Aron takes the win by just under a second from Dino Beganovic. Michael Belov finishes in 3rd. Gabriel Bortoleto 4th. Gabriele Mini 5th. Hadrian David 6th. Mari Boyer 7th. Lorenzo Fluxer 8th. Kaz Havercourt 9th. Tim Tramnitz 10th. Sebastian Montoya 11th. Pietro Deligowanti, his best result in 12th. Joshua Dirksen 13th. Owen Tangavelu, his personal best as well in 14th. Sami Megatunif in 15th. Just outside the top 15 is Roman Belinsky. Noel Leon moved up well to finish 17th. Lawrence Van Hopen finishes in 18th. And it was Matthias Sagazetta and Leonardo Fornaroli rounding out the top 20. After stalling briefly on the grid, Dudu Barrichello recovered to 21st. Santiago Ramos 22nd. Then Victor Bernier, Francesco Braschi, Levente Rivets, Maceo Capietto, Keith Donegan, Axel Noss, Hamza Al-Kabasi, Piotr Wisnicki rounded out the top 30. And outside the top 30, we had Pietro Armeni, Esteban Masson, Nicolas Baptiste, Han Chen Yu, and Josh Dufek was involved in the crash right at the start of the race that saw us bring out the safety car. Well, let's look back somehow at 2 minutes highlights. I don't know how they've managed to fit it all into a couple of minutes, to be honest. That's when Dudu Barrichello stalled on the grid, unfortunately. Josh Dufek, you can see in the background, was already side by side. We were side by side for the lead out front. This is where we had our incident at the next corner. Now Josh Dufek was running side by side there to the left of the screen. You can see contact with another car, and that saw him out of the race and brought out the safety car for the one and only time in this race. A brilliant restart from Dino Beganovic, saw him get a gap immediately over Gabriel Bortoleto. There were some brilliant moves all the way throughout the field. That was not one of them though, that was the number 28 of Francesco Braschi, getting down the inside of one of the Trident drivers and clattering into them. FA Racing were busy throughout that race. 2 front wing changes needed, one of them for Nicolas Baptiste, you saw there. That was potentially the move of the race. Paul Aron down the inside of Dino, but he wouldn't hold on to the move for the lead for very long, as coming down the straight just after that, Dino on his push to pass went straight back through to reclaim the lead once more. Then we had Gabriele Mini fighting here with Gabriel Bortoleto. This was sadly a spin for Pietro Armani in the number 6, one of the many rookies, 20 rookies in the field. There was a little bit of side-by-side contact with Dino Beganovic and Paul Aron as he tried to retake the lead, and that really is what ended the lead battle, really. This was Matteo Capietto. Brilliant job from Monolite for him to get back out and complete the race. Gabriel Bortoletto there, after just losing the position, regained it again from Michael Belov, but would eventually lose it again. This was Noel Leon in the Red Bull car, diving down the inside of Mateusz Zagazeta. But overall, Paul Laron would win from Dino Begnovic, and third place in the orange-coloured car there, Michael Belov. And here he is, Paul Laron, well, was very, very disappointed with himself, as I said. Made that mistake at Monaco, crashing into the barriers, which damaged his car and put him out of qualifying. But that is a way to come back. Well done to the Estonian. Speaking to the team manager before a little earlier today, rather, he was very impressed with the attitude that Paul Laron had taken to this weekend, because many would have carried their frustrations over, but brilliant job from Paul Laron to put that weekend behind him very, very quickly and bounce back immediately with a win. Qualifying didn't quite go his way either. I mean, he missed out on pole position by 0.02 of a second. But well done to Paul Laron there for taking the race win. Prema 1-2 for them. This was not a good track for them last year, but that has certainly changed now. They can see two of the red and white Prema cars, and Tim Tramnitz will join our top three on the podium, as well as our rookie winner. Well, a brilliant first race to kick it off. That was certainly hectic. Definitely going to lead a lie down after that one. That was great stuff from the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. If you're new to joining us in this championship, then I'm sure you'll want to stick around. We're going to do it all again tomorrow with qualifying and race number 2. And make sure you do join us, because there's going to be more of the same. To be honest, in years gone by, in all the rounds we've had ever, really, race number 2 has always been better than race number 1. Not sure why. It seems to be that the drivers, a lot of them, are learning these circuits as they go. Seem to be a bit more comfortable with the circuit on the Sunday. Seem to have all the setups nailed, and we just seem to get a much better race. But that is going to be a really tough one to beat, isn't it? As the fans pile in, we're here supporting GT World Challenge this weekend, so plenty of supporters in, and I'm sure that will be more of the same tomorrow. And you can join us for qualifying live at 9 AM local time here in France. Racing will go live at 35 minutes past 2 local time here in France. Sadly, we won't have the podium celebrations. They'll take place now, but be sure to join us when we do it all again. Dino Begnovic, can he keep up that run of top 2 finishes? Can we see Paul Laron go and take the double? And what about Michael Belov as well? Finishing in third place with a better qualifying, though, there's a good chance he would have gone and won that race. And Hadrian David as well left it quite late. You have to find out who's going to win tomorrow. We go live for qualifying at 9 AM. For now, though, from here at Paul Ricard, it's goodbye.